you guys do for a living?
See, that's a loaded question.
Yeah. Very happy to have you. And today we have our first guest, Ted, which is the guy that says, "What do you do for a living?" on TikTok. His reputation precedes him. So, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
What do you guys do for a living?
See, that's a loaded question.
Especially
I'm like, don't let my employer see this.
Exactly.
I know.
Am I really your first guest or am I the first live guest?
You're the
You're
first
guest.
First guest and first live guest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But wait, so I'm a
Yeah.
little confused. I know you got questions. We'll get to it. But like, you guys were on some like Fox or like some show where you talked about the podcast, no?
Yes.
That was all from not even having a guest yet, just from like
Yeah, it was just from us
hype.
from our own PR team and
Right.
Well, that
We
was
jumped
talking about starting it.
Yeah, we were talking about starting our podcast on Fox, but also because you can listen to the episode if you want to. We found out that our mom isn't our biological mom.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
so it's kind of a
Plot twist.
Yeah.
plot twist of an episode, and I think that captured people's attention.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, got
launched
it.
the
That was the
Fox
first
interview.
That
one.
was
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
So basically, we revealed to our entire family who we weren't related to that through the podcast.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you know who your biological mom is?
No.
Some random egg donor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
I assume. I mean, what up with the lady that always says she was your mom? What happened to her?
Yeah,
I know.
her.
She's still showing.
She's still in the picture.
Yeah.
You guys like
Yeah,
so
she
call her
has a
mom
big
and
head
everything?
Yeah,
or- Okay,
yeah.
like she
She's
raised
still
y'all.
around,
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She was like, "That's fine. You can say it on TV."
Exactly. Because we found this out like our sophomore year of college.
Right.
How did you find out?
It was crazy. I guess I'll give some
You can say the
background.
story.
So we were watching, Savannah and I were watching one of our favorite shows, What Would You Do With Our Mom? And
I remember that show.
Yeah, I used to be
We
obsessed.
were
We watched the
watching
clips.
old clips.
Yeah, and we were discussing one of the episodes, and in it, a girl found out that her dad wasn't her biological dad through like a 23andMe.
Yeah.
And I remember we were sitting in the living room talking about it, and I was just like, this is so dumb. Like, why would they wait this long to tell her? Like, why is it a secret? Like, I don't get it. And then I guess our mom figured,
Like, just her facial expressions, we were like, wait.
you're like, hold up, the
Yeah.
vibe just shifted.
So she never wanted to tell you guys. You guys just like kind of caught her.
Yeah,
She
I don't
did. She
even know.
wanted to tell us, but
She wouldn't have.
I
It was
don't
that
know.
like kind of thing. Like maybe this year I'll tell them for,
Yeah,
for 20
yeah,
years.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting
She
it. But
procrastinated.
yeah.
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 Wow,
But
interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that episode.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Basically,
Yeah.
they dragged me downstairs, and I was like, "What?" And then
Yeah.
the next day was Thanksgiving, so the family that we weren't related to were staying in our house, and we were like, "Oh,
yeah.
let's just."
Plot twist: you're not sisters either.
No,
That's episode 3.
I know. So yeah. that
Is
was
it? Am I your second episode or just your first guest?
You're our fifth
First guest.
episode.
Okay.
First guest.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy to be here. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're living under a rock, we're all familiar with the "What are you doing for a living" videos on TikTok, and where Ted goes around and asks people what they're doing. And we're really excited to have him here today and just learn more about him as a whole and what launched him into this journey.
Yeah.
Down to tell you guys about it.
Yeah, we'd love some background.
So I kind of started during COVID as a joke. I was at home living with my mom. I was actually making just a lot of TikToks of my crazy Russian mom, and so I was like already like introduced to the TikTok world. They weren't going viral. I didn't even like care for the videos to go viral. I was really just messing around. And then my friend always would do this thing where he'd like go up to nice cars and
I remember
I've
that
seen
one.
those.
and
Okay.
ask people, not on camera, just like
Oh,
fucking
okay,
around,
okay.
just like
Got
walking
it.
around. Like he was just
Interesting.
curious in how these people made their money and drove such fancy cars. So he'd always be like, "What do you do and how'd you do it?" He took the line from this like famous scene in The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, and yeah, we would always just like do it together, fucking around. He knew I was doing TikTok, so he's like, "Dude, why don't you just like make a TikTok of it?" And boom, right then and there, the first "What do you do for a living" on TikTok was born with some gray Ferrari in like Soho or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then a lot of clones came out, a lot of Daniel Max came out.
Yeah.
You know, people thought the idea was great, but a lot of people started making their own like renditions of it. I quit for a while, and then when I moved back into the city, I'm like, who cares about the cars? Like, what is just like everyday people walking down the street do for a living? So then I just started asking them. The video started going viral, and I haven't stopped since.
And I think that's more interesting to see the people on the street just walking around that don't have, like, that aren't in a car, that are just living their lives. I think that's more
I agree, and then it's so much more capturing too. 'Cause
Yes.
you can see what they're wearing, you can see their
Yeah.
facial expressions, you can see the background. Like I think it's better personally, but
Yeah.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone on TikTok is super familiar with your voice. Like whenever I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, okay, I hear the "What do you do for a
that's
living?"
what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
exactly.
That is what's up. I was gonna bring you guys
Yeah.
merch, but I didn't know. I really was.
I kind of wanted to know, like, where are you from? Like, I know you just said you're from New York, but just hearing more about your story and your past, because you're always on the opposite side of the camera too.
Yeah. I was born in Great Neck, Long Island.
Okay, cool.
Go Rebels. Went to Great Neck South High School. And always been a New Yorker. Even went to school in New York. I went to Binghamton University, which is upstate New York.
Yeah.
But after school, I mean, that sounds like I was like about to do intramurals or something. after college, I traveled around a bit. Like lived in Miami, lived in LA, New York, back to LA. COVID hit. Then I came back to New York, and I was like, I just want to stay here. And I've been living in the city since March.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savannah went to school in Miami. So
Yeah.
I think you would
You went to
have-
U Miami?
Yep,
The U.
Miami. Yeah.
It's
It's good school. That's fun.
Yeah, it honestly was fun.
I should have went
Yeah.
there. I got in, and then like my mom just thought I was gonna like have
Yeah.
alcoholism, but I had it anyway.
There's
Just at
those people
Binghamton.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bikinis and
Exactly.
the Air Force Ones.
Where'd you guys go to school?
I went to Vanderbilt in Nashville.
Nice, good school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Drexel in Philadelphia.
All good schools.
Cute.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I would say they had a lot more party cities. So
Oh,
they were
I know
fun.
girls that went to Drexel and they partied hard. They party
Yes,
hardy
they-
at Drexel for
Yeah,
sure.
it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like you go from like a club to a frat party and then back to a club.
Yeah, like the Kardashians,
Yeah.
a club, another club,
Yes.
another
Yeah.
club. That's Drexel. It's
Exactly.
yeah.
No, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you also mentioned that you stopped like doing TikTok. Why did you stop at first? Like, were you annoyed that other people came out with similar videos?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And your
Yeah.
bio does say
Say the
the OG.
Yeah, because I am. Well, you know, it's
Right.
time stamped and everything. You could go to like my first video and then go to Daniel Mack's first video, and I was like 4 months ahead of him. So when he came around, to be honest, I was just like shook. I was just so confused. I was just, I didn't get it. It was so, all of it was new to me. Social media was new to me, TikTok especially. So like some of my videos went pretty viral, like the first ones with the cars, like but like 1-2 million views. His first video got like 50 million.
That's
and I was
crazy.
like,
Did you leave a hate comment?
no, I didn't. Like I said, I was just so shook and like confused at what was going on. I didn't even know you could get that many views on TikTok.
Yeah.
And that I just kind of like froze and didn't do anything about it, which I regretted at one point, but now I don't regret because I think my content now is more suited for me and I enjoy doing it more. I almost got killed like a few times in traffic when I used to do the ones in the cars. So I'm honestly kind of like thankful for him now because he showed me how big the concept could be, how fast you could grow on TikTok, how you could brand yourself and all of that. So I was like bitter at first, but like honestly, thank you, Daniel Mack. I'm actually grateful for your presence.
Yeah, it kind of helps.
So yeah, it did help.
But like, how was it initially? Did you realize that people could like steal what you created?
That was another thing I didn't think.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody would do it. Like I thought I
Yeah.
found something that no one could recreate, and then that was another thing I realized.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing stopping in any marketplace competitors
Yeah.
from arising. It's just like any
Yeah.
business. So it's either like compete or die. You know,
Right.
adapt or die.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like trademark stuff. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause it's words. So-
Right.
Right.
I was actually trying to trademark That's What's Up this week, and I found that I
would.
can't.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
it's taken?
Oh,
I want to know
It's
who
so
takes
it's
that.
interesting. I found out that like What's Up is trademarked.
Okay.
Okay.
And anything just like Coke, for example, right? Coke is trademarked, but you can't make Das Coke
Oh.
because it's in the same word as Coke. So I can't
Yeah,
even
so
trademark
annoying.
Das What's Up. But like, you know what? Like
Still
if they want to
use
sue
it.
me, they can
Yeah,
sue
put
me.
it on some merch.
Be more expensive for them.
Sad. Right.
Exactly.
But
Have you ever had any horror stories when you've been interviewing people, like bad experiences? And also, I'm kind of curious to know, like, how do you approach these people? It's you're just walking on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you give a disclaimer? Do they know you're coming? Do they see the camera?
So no disclaimer unless the first take was really bad, and I was like, "All right, I'll just quickly do it again." But I
Yeah.
really try catching as many people off guard as possible because I like authentic content. I think
Right.
authenticity is king, and you could sniff out the actors when people are just trying to like act a certain way or say a certain
Yeah.
job for the video. So like for example, like Benny Blanco, I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah.
He just walked by my cafe. I was just doing
Oh,
work
okay.
editing videos, and he just
You
walked
ran
by, and I'm like,
outside.
holy shit!
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of his, and I was like, thinking, I was like, should I ask him first? No, he's gonna overthink it. It's gonna be too many questions. And I'm like, you know what? And I just, what you saw it was literally our first interaction.
Right, but
ever.
he did say, I don't know what to say. Was
Yeah,
that
and it's so
good?
much better, you know, because you're like casual.
And
It's just so much better. So no, 99% of the time I don't ask. I'll ask for forgiveness if they have a problem with it later, and I'll take it down. I'll always take a video down if someone asks me to. But no, usually don't ask for permission. I just go up to them, and at this point, the videos are big enough where people are excited to be in them, so they're usually accepting of it.
Yeah.
Right, and do you go to the same spots every time? Like, do you know where to go, where you're going to find, like, interesting people?
I don't know if I should reveal
Oh,
that.
yeah,
or
that's
not.
true.
It's
I was
like-
saying,
I
maybe
get some
keep going
stalkers.
low.
People
Yeah.
might be
I usually go to
true.
Soho. I usually go
Okay,
to
yeah, we
Soho.
can tell by the background, but they
Yeah.
can figure it out.
They can figure
yeah.
it
Yeah,
out.
but like Benny was on my street in the East Village.
Oh,
Oh,
So like
okay.
it's like a lifestyle at this point. If I see someone interesting looking, I got two guys in the
You're gonna
subway
post it.
yesterday, like literally like in the subway next to the rats. Like they just had such cool outfits on. That I had
Yeah,
to-
just the energy.
So yeah, it really could be anywhere. If I just find you like appealing in any way, I'll ask wherever we are.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you said that some people like, has anyone ever DM'd you like saying, take this down, I don't like this?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, big time. Big time. One time I did what do jacked guys do for a living, like really muscular guys in my neighborhood. And that video is actually the second video I uploaded because the first one had this guy doing push-ups and like put the phone kind of like under him, like so he was like doing push-ups into the camera. His face was just going up and down to the camera, and he like had veins popping out, and he just didn't like the way it looked. So he called me like 100 times
Oh,
on
wow.
Instagram, like FaceTime me 100 times on
I'll tell
Instagram.
what to-
I was like,
And which is crazy to think about. You could really access anybody at this point.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
Yeah.
to get
So I
some
eventually took it
ideas.
down, but I just took him out, kept the rest of the guys in.
That
the
was
video,
smart.
and the video still did well. So yeah, screw that guy. I was trying to like convince him like if someone is really, I don't want to say meme worthy, but just like such a good video that I tried convincing him to look at it another way. Like for example, that guy who I took down, like he was a DJ in the city. He was a
publicity.
lawyer.
Yeah.
DJ did three things: a lawyer, DJ, and something else. And I'm like, dude, you could just pull this into more clients somehow. Just like I could like tag you instead of the videos, and you'll get more like DJ listeners, whatever. He had his like SoundCloud in his bio, but he didn't see it that way. He's like, no, take me
Did
down
he not like
immediately.
the comments or something either?
What's
Were
up?
the comments bad about him too?
No, I don't even think so. No, it was.
Probably didn't like that. I
Yeah.
would keep it up. Like,
He did look bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
right.
he like didn't look bad, but like his face was
Yeah,
bulging
right.
in veins.
Yeah.
So
No, that
it was
makes sense.
temporarily unflattering.
Yes,
Yeah,
temporarily.
okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know, like, have you had any bad celebrity run-ins?
That's what I was
Like,
trying to ask too. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You like, should I say the name or not?
No, I actually forgot his name. It's one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers guys.
Oh, see, I want to know either.
I wouldn't
One
know.
of the Red Hot Chili Peppers guys, and he was so pissed. What the fuck's that camera in my face?
Oh,
I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I'm serious. And then I still have it in my phone. I can show you guys after this, but I never posted it because it just looks bad for both of us. And then I ran into famous producer once. He didn't have a problem with it, but his team did. It was Murder Beats. You know Murder Beats.
yeah.
I ran into him in LA, and he was just so drunk. And
okay.
and I got him in his
That'll
car. It was
do
in like
it.
a sick Lamborghini, SUV Lambo, and I got him, and I thought he'd be cool with it. He was like, kind of didn't really know what was going on. He's like, what? Like, but then his driver or his like manager came up to me. He's like, please don't post that. Like he's too drunk and just
Yeah.
bad publicity. I'm like, yeah, no
Was it
problem.
during the day?
No, it was at night.
Okay. I was saying. I was like,
If he was-
Tuesday morning.
Right.
If it was during the day, then they
Yeah.
should look into
I mean, like,
his
that's-
mental health.
That's really
No, I'm kidding.
stressful. Right.
Yeah.
So in terms of celebrities have you run into, who has been like the nicest person that you would like?
Gashi.
Really?
Gashi was the nicest guy I've ever met. Forget even celebrities, just in general.
already
Just
know
the
you don't know who
nicest.
that
Yeah, you know I don't. I
Nope.
don't. I can't
Tell
tell you.
me not to
Yeah, he's
hold
like a
you down.
rapper.
I didn't look him
He's
up.
got his biggest song's probably Safety.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put your, oh,
Okay, we'll
man.
look him up.
Isn't he, like,
I gotta keep this
blonde?
gun on safety. I have no voice, but like that's the song.
It's not.
But he
Yeah, I
sounds
don't know.
cool. He sounds
Yeah, we'll look him up.
talented.
I really
I
hate
think
that
he's
you
nice.
hate me.
I'm not gonna sing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Love you, Gashi. Yeah, he was really nice. That video's
Okay.
up. He's yeah, he was so nice.
Okay.
Cause he's Albanian, you know. He gets
Yeah.
the Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
They get it. They're always very
Connection.
nice.
Was there,
Very nice people.
Any celebrity that you thought like would be different in person who was, I don't know. Okay, you said that the one Bane guy was rude, but any celebrities that were rude?
Besides the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy, not
No?
really.
Okay.
No, I
think
also
people are down to earth.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't like ran into that many. I feel like it's only been like 5 or 6. But yeah, most of them were nice. Benny was obviously such a delight. He's so funny. Yeah, and then he reposted me on TikTok. So
that's
I was
great.
really, and now I'm doing this thing where, like, if it's not the celebrity, I don't know if you've seen my most recent video, but I fist bumped fake celebrities.
I thought that was so funny.
Just people that were
The Nas
doppelgangers.
one, too.
Yeah, and like Young Gravy was one of them, and he
Yeah.
reposted
People
me.
love
But his person was like a middle-aged woman.
I saw that. That was
Yeah.
actually
And I acted like she was Young
that.
Gravy.
Yeah, it's like
So Young Gravy reposted.
And
you.
he reposted me. He's like, I'm
Oh,
not
see,
gonna
that was
lie.
nice
Like,
too.
he's like, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say something, but like, she really does look like me, or like something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
see, like, this is how you gotta be. You know, you gotta just like roll with the punches. It's like everything's a joke at the end of the day.
right.
Life's not that serious in general. So like, I don't get why people get like so tied up. And
I know. I was
get pissed.
wondering if people would be mad, and so I was watching those videos today, and you saw one girl said she was Kim Kardashian, and the comments went in on her. So I want to know: do you censor comments just like, it just needs to be authentic? If she
Oh
wants
no,
it down, she
that
wants
would
it
hurt my
down.
algorithm. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
The more comments, the better.
We had to, just because I've been watching videos recently, and they're like, what do kids do for school, whatever. And you do like, what are hot girls doing for a living?
Hi, people.
It's kind of a meme because I want to say, what's the criteria?
Yeah, what's the
Walking down the street
criteria?
And you're like, she has this, and this.
Yeah, like,
She's a
It's
hot
like
girl.
it's like you either got it or you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. It's tough. It's obviously biased. It's like who I think is attractive.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's just I guess really who I think. It's like half who I think is hot, and half who I think the
No,
world
other
thinks is
people
hot.
think-
yeah,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Would
Makes
think was
sense.
hot.
The girl
Yeah.
who danced
So
down
funny.
the street, like doing the pirouette.
Oh
Like,
God! Yeah, the girl.
Oh, the
like,
stripper girl.
dance,
Thanks for assuming I was a stripper.
People
Yeah,
made
I
that
know.
so deep.
That girl
Yeah,
is
she was
funny.
mad.
But people
See,
made
that's
that
what I
so
live for.
deep.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
And they were
Yeah.
like, "You killed her vibe," and I was like, "She's fine."
Oh, the comments.
Yeah, I love the
yeah.
comments.
The comments will say whatever, but I like when the people like could add that little extra bit of content.
Yeah, she was like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
I know
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's comedy.
Yeah, I thought it was
And that's half the reason why I like that I dropped the cars, because like you can't get like shit like that in the car, you know?
That's
So
true.
it's those little moments that I think make it special.
I think the funniest thing is when all the people in the comments are like, "Who's number 3's at?" And then
Yes.
everyone's trying to find her. And
Yes.
they're fighting.
Yeah. So apparently there's this guy, when I post what do hot girls do for a living? There's this guy who's got a big TikTok account apparently from those videos, because he's the master of finding those girls'
I
ads.
saw that
That's
too.
so funny.
And
Okay.
he like
You
posted
know
the
what I'm talking
video
about?
with their
Oh, that's
acts
crazy.
on it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
one guy has become famous from that, and I think that's awesome. I think he's like
Yeah,
really
I
just
guess
doing
you
God's
kinda helped
work.
him with that.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
smart.
It's
I
genius,
was
because
too.
I don't know how he does it.
Besides just
Yeah.
search the comments.
Sydney's really good. At
I was
finding
doing that
people.
too. I
She
was
can
like,
do
I
that
wanna
too.
find Yeah, I can find people.
Right, but it's like interesting. It's like a face generator website that you go on, because it's not like these people are saying their name.
Wait, that's crazy.
That
Oh,
way
'cause they
they're
don't
not
have
saying
a
their name.
That's
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
but
insane.
yeah, I usually ask for their Instagram handles.
Okay, yeah.
But some people like walk by, that lady's like, oh my god, like I should use my husband. Like I don't know if you remember
I
that
remember
lady.
that one, yeah.
She just walked away. I didn't get her Instagram, but like he found her.
Oh,
That guy
wait, that's
found
crazy.
Oh.
her. Yeah, it's got like a cult following on
got no
TikTok now,
plan.
because like, these people are
Yeah.
like, this guy's Jesus.
Would you ever partner with him?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I need him
Yeah.
at this point. I don't know why I haven't
Right.
hired him yet.
Yeah.
And also, why did you start? I know, because obviously you did What Do You Do for a Living first, but how did you start coming up with different video ideas, like the hot girls one, the buff guys that got taken down, that one, like
The college
Once I
people.
just I just
Yeah.
found the pattern, I was like, why not like categorize them? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there was a lot of hot girls on my phone, so it's like, all right, what do hot
What
girls do
you
for a living? Yeah.
oh, okay, so you just like put it all together into
Yeah.
like,
See, I don't know why I assume it's a
Yeah.
one-day thing. So I
Me
guess you do a
too.
good editing,
Yeah.
because I just assume it's like you walk the streets and like, okay, today I'm doing students. So like next time
Yeah,
you're like,
that's what I
yeah.
thought.
So
Oh,
he's
no, no.
like,
I didn't know you
it's
could
Oh
all
no, 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 no!
together.
That would leave so much money on the table.
That's-
Yeah.
No, I go
Yeah,
out
thought
and like
that too.
Yeah.
whoever I
I
just
thought that.
find like aesthetically pleasing or a cool vibe, I'll record. I won't really think about the categories till
Okay.
later in post editing. I'll just get as many
Got
people
it.
as I can, and then I try grouping.
That makes
And
sense.
also,
Okay.
do you edit all your own stuff too?
Not anymore.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so is this what you do full time now? What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
That's really
That's-
cool.
Made a
That's
living.
great.
Made a
So
living
now,
out of
what
it.
do you say when people say, "What do you do for a living?"
I usually say I'm Wiz Khalifa's blunt
I
roller.
found your whole concept interesting because I find like post grad and like especially here in the East Coast, people value what you do for a living, like in terms of a career like a conversation, like that's like what they ask after like getting to know you. So do you think that, I guess, people not being surprised by the question shows like how our culture has shifted a little bit in terms of being like work oriented?
I've never really thought about it that way. Culture shift in what direction? What do you mean by that?
I would just say, I don't know, kind of more capitalistic. I would say.
Okay, so yeah, now I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
A lot of people answer the question literally in terms of like how, like what makes them money.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love when people don't take it that direction, and like my favorite answer to date
Okay, I
is some
like
guy
that
who just
too.
said breathe.
Okay.
Oh, I can-
What do you do? He's like,
Yeah.
hey, breathe. He's like, with some French guys, like, hey, breathe. And I'm like, exactly.
Right.
It's like, that literally is what you do for a living. So, yeah, I like those answers more. And yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, I guess we are brainwashed in that sense, but it's like, what do you do for a living has been such a question for so long.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
we've always been wired to answer that way. I don't think it's like anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do always wish like some people could think outside the box a little
Yeah,
bit. That's
and
what
I
I'm
think
hoping for.
also like I think that's just New York as a whole, at least in my experience. But also being in Soho, it might be more interesting than being in Murray Hill. Like I was gonna say like the same thing. So
Yeah.
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 Soho or Murray Hill. Murray Hill would
That's
just be like, I'm a
right.
post
yeah,
grad,
but
I'm
you
a
go
post
there
grad,
like
I'm a post
finance,
grad.
so we'll make
like
it
finance,
interesting business.
investment
Oh,
banking.
right, yeah, 'cause it's
Yeah.
more
Right.
Midtown. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I love the one kid that just said trust fund
Yeah, I didn't see
and
that.
walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You're
for
He's
him.
not
Yeah,
kidding
good. I
either.
know, yeah, good
He's
for
definitely
him.
not kidding. So, where are you taking this? Where are you taking this podcast? What's next for this podcast?
Yeah, I feel like
The
I don't
triplets
know.
from Ohio.
We have so many different ideas. I feel like every single night I'm trying to like brainstorm and come up with something. And honestly, to get out of a traditional 9 to 5 one day, not gonna lie.
What do you guys do for a living now?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Well, breathe. I guess.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
But
She's listening.
I came up with the name. That's my only flex.
I remember I was like, I don't get it.
She's the funny
know,
one.
you
She's
guys-
I was
funny.
like,
I thought it was good. I hyped you, but
I mean,
okay,
I'd
maybe I didn't.
be the
But-
classic influencer. I'd launch a beauty line.
Same.
Third beauty.
I do like
easy.
an alcohol
Third beauty,
line,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything.
To
Yeah.
the third,
Some tequila.
some tequila.
Yeah.
Right.
What if I join and then we make fourth party?
That's
And then
fine.
it's not trademarked. And whenever I ever do this, Wolf will just step in for
Put
me.
you under the
Yeah, he
threw me under the umbrella.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a group chat with our friend called the Quads because he's in it, so that could work.
The quads.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
that could work.
Squadron?
I guess he'll get cut.
Ooh.
Guys, I'll let you guys figure it out.
Yeah,
It
I'll
was
figure out
funny
the
because
name.
when we first walked in here, Wolf was saying that you have like a crazy personality. We're like, oh,
I guess that's what I expected.
what does that mean?
Wolf, why'd you lie to them like that?
I asked you about your podcast. Can you tell us more about that?
And what the name is?
Yeah, so it's called Dip for Show because when you watch the podcast, you're going to want to dip for show. And we stole the name from this
I know
I feel like I
exactly.
can't
who-
even say the name without sounding weird.
Dip for Show. Dip for Show.
It's just from that guy who does like the. Like he'll be talking like Ame Leon or like random stuff,
Yeah, the
and then
rich
he'll be
guy
like, yes,
with
like
the-
the accent.
Yes, yes, we
I
stole
was
it.
like, that
Yes,
sounds-
we
yes,
completely
yes,
stole it
Honestly,
from him.
apparently that's what you
It was
Gustav.
available on
Yeah,
Instagram, and we
available.
love his
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
We're like,
Is it Gustad guy?
yes,
that's the
Stod
word.
guy,
Yes,
Stod
that's
guy,
what it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Stod guy, if you're watching this, yeah, you're fucked. Like I wanted him. The whole like main like sinister plot was to have him like eventually DM us like, what the fuck, you stole my trademark, and we're like, oh, you
Yeah.
have to come on the podcast and like talk about it.
You can
But
definitely
yeah,
do
Dip
it.
for Show, and yeah, we basically just like honestly prank our guests.
What's
So
been your favorite podcast episode that you've done so far?
I've only had 3.
Okay.
But the last guy was actually really great. We didn't prank him because I couldn't find someone off Craigslist in time.
Who was
But-
the last person?
But his name is Frankie Endo Ando, and he hosts this podcast, What the Fuck with Frankie, and he's just so funny
I'll look.
and so outspoken. You guys should watch it. You absolutely love him. That was probably my favorite just because, like, he was really fun to talk to. Yeah.
So, who do you want on your podcast? Like, who's a dream guest?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The list would never end.
Yeah.
It was Kanye before, like, this
I
month.
know.
Now I got to scratch that one off. Any rappers, like I'm a huge hip hop fan, so like
Okay.
any rappers whatsoever I would have on, like even like Lil Pump, like anyone, like
Yeah.
yeah, Drake would be sick.
Drake.
Honestly,
Yeah, I think that would
feel
be
like I
good,
haven't
too.
heard
Honestly-
Drake,
With his
like, have
accent,
deep
too, like,
But
It'll
like,
work.
I think I need Eric Andre. I think Eric Andre because
Yeah.
he's kind of the inspiration for the
Inspiration.
podcast,
Yeah.
and I actually ran after him this morning.
Oh,
Oh,
did,
what?
So
did you catch up?
I
to him?
literally
Apparently
like
not.
no, I didn't catch him,
Yeah.
unfortunately. My friend sent me Eric Andre's story this morning. He was at, I think it's called Russ and Daughters Diner, which is in the
Yeah.
Lower East Side. It's like a few blocks from my apartment. So 5 minutes after Eric Andre posted it, my friend sent it to me. He's like, dude, just go, you'll catch it. So I literally like put on, I was like drooling in
you
bed. Like I
were
woke up like
running.
hungover. And like I just like, oh, I have to do this, it's my job. And I like put on like all my shit, ran out, like my pants were backwards. I was like literally running through the Lower East Side like a maniac. Like if Eric Andre saw me, he would have been so proud. And then I got to Russ and Daughters and he wasn't there. And the guy's like, he left 3 hours
He
ago,
probably
you
posted.
idiot.
Yeah, probably posted
Yeah.
late.
That's why I said to my friend, I'm like,
so people can't track
But
him.
knowing
Pull up
Eric
on
Andre, like, nah, he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's not the type of guy to like camera
Yeah,
roll,
apparently.
post it later. He's not that kind of guy, but he's that kind of guy. I was
Probably
wrong.
doesn't
Sad.
run his own Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
took it that he
good.
does because he really
Yeah,
does
he
not
probably
give a
does.
like he's the type of guy to like break your phone for an episode of his and be like, it's just a prank. And they're like, but you're like, my phone's broken. And he's like, it's just a prank. But it's really my phone. Like he really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
the
those are my inspirations in
Yeah.
life.
Just a prank.
So do you run after most people, or no? You just catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, like Eric Andre's different. Like
Yeah, of course.
if
you
I
don't
did
run.
show up at that
Okay.
diner, I would still just go up to him like I did
Yeah.
Benny Blanco and what do you do
Right,
for a living?
Right.
But yeah, off guard is always better.
How did you get like confident approaching random people?
I was just about to ask that too.
I don't know. I think it's like I think it's my mom. I think my mom
she
instilled it in me.
hyped you up. Like,
No, I've just always been like a crazy kid.
Outspoken.
Like I've
Okay.
always gone up to. I never really gave a fuck. I was like the class clown in high school. I just like never really cared what anybody thought. So and I still don't. So that kind of just translates into the videos. Like if they have a problem with it, I just won't post it. You know.
Yeah, it worked out.
The
Or I'll
class
convince them
clown
too.
can be profitable. Have you ever been tackled by security? Like
Who came up with these questions? Who are your
No,
writers?
this is just running off the top. My,
Cause I'm like,
Have
I
I
don't
been,
see
like,
this on the
Same,
page.
I was
any-
like, where's that on the list?
in
I
any
know it's
capacity
not.
or like from the videos?
like from the videos, like you're going up to someone with your phone.
Oh no, I never been tackled, but I got I was about to say Stephen A. Smith. I got Lance Stevenson in one of the videos, and I thought it was his security guard at first, but it was really just one of his friends.
Oh,
And he's like, "Yo, Lance, not feeling good today, man. Like, you can't record him." And I'm like,
But that's his
and then I realized, I looked at him,
Yeah,
oh, this is like
that's
his friend.
person.
But
yeah.
I actually put him in the video for saying that.
right.
But no,
I would
never
too.
tackled.
Okay.
Not yet.
That's
Spit
good.
on once. I was spit on. That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to
That's
me.
That's
aggressive.
aggressive.
Yeah,
I still have the video, yeah, if you guys want to see any of this
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
crazy.
Fine. Wait, can you say the name?
I don't know
It was
who's.
a
I would
random.
never. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a random guy in Soho. He was
mad
dressed as a
terrible.
baby carrying a baby carriage. So I'm
Oh,
like, all right, this is.
yeah. I guess
This
it's
is-
part of the.
He is a part of the.
Yeah, I'm like, this
Part
is
of
walking
it.
content. I need
Yeah,
to ask him, but
Exactly.
yeah, that was the wrong idea.
So from this whole experience and job, what's like your favorite part of doing the what do you do for a living, just in general?
Honestly, I think it's the people I meet and the doors that open from it because, like, the videos are great and the followers are great, but like I meet so many interesting people, and a lot of times like, what people don't see is what happens after the video is over and behind the camera. And a lot of times I like actually stand on the street and talk to these people for like half an hour to an hour about their
okay.
job and where they're from. Like if I found them interesting and like if they recognize me, and we just like, get to know each other better, and it leads to a lot of other things. Like my social media manager I met because I
Oh, wow.
put her in the video.
that's
And she's like,
cool.
"Oh, you're the guy," and then it started a conversation. Like met so many people in the music industry from it. So yeah, it's really the people. I think that's the best part of it. The people that I meet.
Do you
No.
want to like pursue
That's
music?
a-
Because you're talking about music a lot.
Yeah, a part of me does. Like I
Okay,
rap.
You were right.
Okay.
Samantha.
Yeah.
I had
That was a
hunch.
good
I was like,
read.
you
That
know
was
it.
Yeah.
a good read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eventually want all of this to pool into my music and
Okay.
acting.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's-
you think this is a
that's big
common
picture.
trend, like
You
you
could be an
use the
actor.
Thank you.
podcast to get
Or
elsewhere,
the
or like the
TikTok.
TikTok
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
or something else. Yeah.
I don't think the what do you do for a living videos are gonna be what I do the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think soon enough they're gonna come to an end, but I'll never not make content. Like I know I'll
Yeah.
always I'm a
Yeah.
creator at the end of the day, so I know I'm always gonna keep creating. I'm gonna make long form YouTube videos,
Okay.
music. I'm writing a show right now. Hopefully it gets picked up.
That's
Oh,
really
it's
cool.
just like,
I
yeah.
want to know what that
Yeah, can
process
you
is
speak
like.
after that we
Yeah.
can learn more about it.
Screenwriting.
Also, are you
Yeah.
one of those people who like counts how many followers that you have? Like, do you know how many Instagram followers you have right now or TikTok
I don't know
followers?
to like the exact number,
But
but
you check up on it.
yeah, because honestly,
Okay.
like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but recently I've been blowing up, and it's just very new to me
Yeah.
on Instagram specifically. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I haven't been like tracking, like looking at the number change by minute, but yeah, I check it every day. I'm like, oh, I'm here now, so it's
Right.
cool.
Yeah, time to get verified.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do
Yeah.
that.
You just submit.
I think
I've
you
been doing it for
submit a-
years. Like,
submit
why
a
they gonna
request.
verify
They're
me?
annoyed
But
of
please
me.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you could constantly try to get verified.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just submit a request or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to like
And you have to
literally
get
send them
proof,
your
right?
driver's license.
Driver's
Really?
license.
That's
You have to
awesome.
send like your
Yeah.
content. I think it'll work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I thought it was like I thought it was you have to be like publicized a certain amount of times
Yeah,
That's why I was
remember
in
like,
like
you did
newspapers or magazines.
Yeah, so that's why every
Yeah.
article we
Word's
get, I
credible.
Yeah.
submit it.
Yeah.
I think you might work.
You'll be You'll get
Yeah, I'll
respect.
try. I got published in like Bulgaria
Yeah.
in a magazine in Bulgaria once, so maybe that'll hold
Yeah,
some
that'll do
weight.
something.
Wait, I was going to say that you can kind of make it a meme if you do go into acting. You can be on the red carpet and
That's
ask all
true.
the actors
Yeah.
what they do for a
True.
living.
True. The thing is, I just don't want to get typecasted. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Like Daniel
Oh,
Mack is
okay.
now. Like, that's all he could do, right? No, he's typecast like he's that guy. I think I'm more than that, and I could do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
That I don't want to only be that guy for that much longer. I'm kind of just using it as a way to amass attention. So when I drop what I like really want to drop,
Yeah.
people will see it.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be cool. I would accept an invite to the red carpet.
Yeah,
obviously,
I'll
the Met
take it.
Gala.
Because it kind
There's
of
no invites
reminds
to
me
the
of
Met Gala.
like that people, the guy behind
People
the
gallery?
people gallery.
Yeah, I
is
thought that too.
Maurice, yeah,
Yeah.
I know Maurice because we share the same
Okay,
turf.
cool.
So are you
Oh.
guys like
Because
old
I,
friends?
Maurice doesn't like me
Yeah.
though. Maurice.
Oh, really?
He's been in one of my videos though, which is funny.
I was
I
gonna say-
emailed
Yeah.
him and he didn't respond, so.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
DM'd him?
And emailed,
No.
emailed.
I'll ask him
everything.
next time.
My thing is, are you guys like all friends? Like, do you have a group chat?
No.
Clearly
Yeah.
not.
No, Maurice, like if he sees this, he's
Yeah.
only gonna hate me more. But it's like once you already hate it, it doesn't really
fine.
matter.
Makes no difference.
Yeah.
Has
Who's the
anyone
other
from
guy?
high school like
No, we don't have a group
DM'd
chat.
you or people like said they were friends with you now?
Like trying to circle back.
Exactly.
That's a good question. I do get the occasional like person like, oh my god, the videos are great, but like not like, hey, like we should get lunch now
Okay.
because of the videos. No, not really. But I like to fuck with like people who are actually my friends who are like, let's get lunch. I'm like, get out of here, you clout chaser. Like even though I talk to them every day.
Who's the other guy? Have you seen the guy that does like the going to like the apartment videos?
Oh, yeah,
'cause
yeah.
Yeah,
that
Caleb.
reminds me of the.
Yeah.
I have a funny story with him too.
Content.
Yeah.
So it's funny you ask. We don't have a group chat, but like all the creators in New York kind of know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we all like know each other's videos at the very least, and like some may or may not like DM or see each other here and there. Caleb being one of them, I actually DM'd him, and I was like, hey, can I be in one of your videos?
Yeah,
I
I
think they're
think that'd
great.
be cool.
And it's obvious that you were inspired by me because of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't say that exactly, but yeah, I'm very petty with that shit. But I was like, can I be in one of your videos? And he's like, yeah. What dates work for you? And I'm like, let's do Thursday. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna show up to, give me your address. I'm gonna show up to your apartment. We're gonna film the video outside. You're gonna
this
walk
is
up, show me the
heavy.
apartment. Whole thing. I'm okay, Thursday. Then on Wednesday, he hits me up and he's like, hey, dude, I'm really sorry. Like my schedule is booked up, and I can't put you in the video. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. He's like, yeah, we'll do it next week. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Let's do it. And then the next day, I woke up around like 11 a.m. I want to say, and I saw an email from him at like 9 a.m. Hey, I'm outside.
Oh.
And I'm like,
What?
I'm like, this has got to be
Yeah.
spam. This is so weird.
Right.
So I took a screenshot of it. I DM'd it to him. I'm like, is this you or is this spam? He's like, dude, I'm such an idiot. I was outside your apartment the whole time. And like, I thought you were someone else. When I told you I couldn't do the video, I was confusing you with someone else, but I was outside your apartment the whole time.
Who's the guy that actually copied you?
Daniel Mack.
Yeah. Is he the guy in LA that will
Yeah,
get
he's in LA.
invited to stuff?
He's in LA now. I think he started in
Yeah,
Dallas, but he's in LA now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Just
I
like-
also
Oh yeah, he
see-
was the Dallas
I
one,
also
but I
see
saw
the
that.
watch guy too. I don't know if you know who I'm
Same.
talking about.
watch guy.
There's a watch guy in Miami, and he does the
Yeah.
same exact thing. But I will
You're the
say,
ruder.
There's so many
ruder.
clones of Ted Zhar and Lost
Yeah.
Count at
and
this
his
point.
delivery is not good.
It's everyone's like, you need
Oh.
to deliver better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have seen this guy because of the
Yeah.
delivery.
Yeah. It needs
Yeah.
some more
People hate
drama.
on
That's
him.
so embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're giving him tips in the comments, like what is that?
Yeah. There's some other guys in LA that I've met that have like renditions of the content, like who's the greatest artist of all time, or there's another guy who's like, what's in your bag? Can I see what's in your like this? I love designer. Can I see what you got?
That's planned too because I don't know. People open up their bags
on the streets?
and stuff on the street.
Yeah.
No, I don't think those are planned.
Authentic. Okay.
Because it's so because he's on Rodeo. His name's Dan. I speak to him from time to time.
Yeah.
He just like think about it. When you're on Rodeo, you can just go to 100
That's
people.
true.
50% of them open up their bag.
Answer.
Like Caleb with the apartments, it's like how many people are going
Yeah,
to let you
let
up to their
you
apartment?
in.
And if they did, if it was all not planned, then like you're not. There's no way that like half of them are like content worthy. You know,
Right,
people need a
that's true.
personality. He's also and like a sick apartment, but he's also getting people like with followers. So
That's what I was saying too. They're all
Yeah,
like
because the one
influencers.
girl,
Yeah.
everyone was commenting. They were like,
yeah.
she's from OnlyFans and stuff like that. Like, what's your plan? I know you touched upon it before, like with the TV show writing and then also acting.
Potentially the rapping. the
Yeah,
music.
rapping and podcasts.
You
So
can
I feel like
freestyle
just,
now.
Yeah.
you'd be like, have so many different careers. You.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see where life takes me, but like I've always wanted to be an entertainer, and I mean, I technically am one now, but like I've always wanted to be in front of the screen, and like maybe host my own show one day or create my own TV show or movie. I want to drop an album eventually. Just like I just love like fucking around and entertaining people, and like now that we live in a world where you could easily make money off of it, like why not,
Do you
I feel
think
both
there's
of them.
more power in like user generated content than anything that companies can do?
It's a great question. I think we're shifting into that world. As of now, probably not, because big companies have like the money to back them, whereas
Yeah.
individual creators don't for most of the time. But like there's a lot of power in social media, and I think content creators are the new wave of advertising.
100%.
Like even when I was living in LA, when I needed a chiropractor and I went to TikTok before Google, because I would rather see videos of my
Oh, the
chiropractor
chiropractor doing it.
and somebody who like is kind of like modern in their advertising approach. I don't know. I just like it. Just it sat better with me. So I feel like that's where the world is moving.
Yeah, we keep trying to tell our dad, he's a dentist, to get a TikTok. And
My
so
dad's a
this
dentist,
kind of
too.
Like, see, like,
And my mom.
Yeah.
And my brother, my whole family's in
You're the only
dentistry
one who's
besides
not,
me.
yeah. So kind of
Yeah.
like affirms what we were saying, like, be on TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do they have a TikTok?
My brother doesn't, but I put him in one of mine.
Okay, yeah.
If you watch, I
I
don't know if you
watched
saw
that
it.
one, yeah. I saw the
asked
comments.
what do hot guys do for a living, and I was like, and the last guy was my brother. I was like,
Nice.
he's like,
Yeah,
I'm an
nice.
odontist. I'm like, oh, nice. He's like, yeah, not bad. That was my brother. But no, he has his own Instagram, Downtown Braces. Shout out Downtown Braces.
Okay.
He's gonna like me for that. But no, he doesn't have a TikTok yet. I keep telling him. Because this other orthodontist like slid into my DMs. He wants to do a video. I'm like, you gotta be like this guy. He's like, don't do a video with him.
I was just gonna ask, since your whole entire family, you said they're all dentists. What was their reaction to you, like starting
good
this whole thing on TikTok and then blowing up?
My parents still don't know
don't
what the
get
fuck
it.
is going on. They really don't know. They really don't get it. But like I actually brought my dad That's What's Up hats yesterday. He's like, what is this bullshit? Like, I was like, this is my hat. He's like, what hat? Why do you make hats? Like, they don't get it. But my brother gets it, and like my mom is starting to get it because she's kind of the reason I got into TikTok. Like without her being so crazy and funny, I would have never even like picked up the camera and recorded her and led to this. But like yeah, they don't need to get it. They'll get it one day.
Yeah, as long as you can pay the rent and make the money.
Yeah,
that's all
they know
I
I'm
don't
sustainable,
care.
so they know I'm doing something right. So
Yeah.
So how would you do a brand deal and
I
relate
would-
that to your content?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you
how
ever
do
had
make
like
an ad?
brand
Yeah.
pictures
Yeah.
or deals, and how does that work?
yeah, I've worked with a few brands, Liquid Death, Credit Sesame.
Liquid Death makes sense.
Yeah, I walked around. So I usually change up my content for the brands. I just ask a different question to like make the brand stand out. So like with Liquid Death, I just walked around the city with a Liquid Death in my hand, and I asked people if they've ever experienced a liquid death, and people just thought I was asking if they've ever been drowned.
Yeah.
So then they're like, "What the fuck?
content.
No!" And I'm like, "What do you mean it's right here?" And they're like, "Oh!" And then they would drink
Yeah.
it. That was pretty good. Credit Sesame, I would ask people what their credit score was.
Oh,
okay.
I
Yeah,
saw
that
that.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
people thought
good at
people were like, oh man, you changing up on this,
People
you
answer.
you
Yeah,
switching up on
they
this, man. I'm like, what do you
answer.
mean? It's a brand deal. I don't care what people's credit score
Right,
is.
Yeah.
that's true.
Was it the guy at the end that you were like, do you want to check your credit score?
Yeah,
yeah.
I did it a few times.
like,
but-
it's
So at
pretty
least it's
good.
authentic.
Yeah, so it's
yeah, and they're still
Yeah.
authentic. I still keep the main theme of
Yeah.
like point of view shots, montage, different people, authentic,
That
but
works well, yeah.
just change the question up. Someone said it recently. It's
But what has been your favorite video so far, or just the favorite content that you've created?
oh man, probably my form video. Long form video with Doobie Duke Sims. Shout out Doobie Duke Sims. He is a fashion designer and record producer in Brooklyn. And I did a long form video with him, a day in the life of a rock star / fashion designer.
Okay, I watched.
And that's what I want to do, big picture. I eventually want to make more long form content where I interview interesting people and spend like a day in the life of them.
Oh, okay, that's
but like
smart.
I kind of want to eventually make it like juxtapositions, like going daisy picking with 50 Cent. Or like, you know, something that like you would never see before. But his was probably my favorite because it was like a whole day. We spent the whole day together. He showed us how he made his merchandise, talked to us about his music career because he toured with like crazy people back in the day. And then we went to Port Authority where he actually got his first brick and mortar location where he was actually able to sell his merchandise. So we filmed him throughout the whole day, and like I had like a real like camera crew with me, and we recorded him. There was like so much fun. The editing process was really fun, and I felt that you know being more artistic than the What Do You Do for a Living video. So that's
Is
probably
that
the
your like YouTube channel?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ted Zhar on YouTube.
Thank you so much for talking with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
and
sure.
actually, oh wait, should
You
I
went
put it
straight
out?
to
No,
that
I'm
outro.
sorry. Yeah,
Well,
and
plug
also just
yourself.
like answering my email in the first place because I feel like I don't know, a lot of people don't respond, so appreciated that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys called me when the email was fresh and dandy. I literally, I think I made it like a few days before you emailed me.
I know.
So I was like, hey, like this is serendipitous.
I really appreciate it. We actually got you a gift.
I was peeping that earlier. I just didn't want to say anything. Was this money? Please be money. I need money, guys. I need money.
It's money-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
What do we
Money
got?
and a gift card.
Ooh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you, Ted.
Starbucks.
You've been an amazing guest, and we appreciate you. See, this is very sweet, but what if I was an awful guest and you already wrote this
We
out?
lied.
We still
Yeah,
give it to you. Yeah.
Or just take the gift card and go.
Or
I don't
yeah, we lied to him. Thank you guys.
Let's just
Yeah,
get you like
you
2
keep
drinks.
it.
That's all it's like
Thank
2
you so
drinks.
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know that's
So
one drink
sweet.
at that
Sydney
place.
was like,
Like, this
we
is
should
enough.
get
I was
more.
like,
So sweet.
And I was like, probably here.
no, you're like, it's fine. Man. I don't know. My
I
drink
know.
be.
Maybe we could figure out like a way to pull this into like a Starbucks brand deal.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It can be a manifestation.
Well,
Love
thanks
that.
so much, and want to plug all of your,
Yeah.
I guess, social medias so people can follow you or other podcasts.
Yeah, Ted Zhar on all platforms. TEDZHAR. I say the H like that so like it sticks out in people's minds. If you don't know what you want to do for a living, but you want to figure it out, my team and I are creating this company right now. We're actually helping people figure out what they want to do for a living
I would agree
and
with
creating
that.
apprenticeship type situations with people in New York City, whether you're creative, whether you want to be in corporate, what have you, where you could shadow some well-to-do people in industries you might be interested in. So yeah.
great.
I need to
That-
say.
Well, thank you
Thank
for being
you.
on our podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Seriously, it was a lot of
Very
fun.
professional with this. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
appreciate
we
it.
didn't know
Debatable.
what we were doing. So.
Yeah.
You were me. I was definitely not professional. You guys were.
Yeah. I know.